everybody, to the bonus round.
Bonus round.
Oh, I liked it. It's different every time. I don't know if it's going to be a drum roll or an air horn.
Bonus round.
When is it ever going to stop? Guys, thank you so much for joining us. If you are a patron, you know who you are. You help donate, make this show big and bad and bonusy.
Big and bad?
What? Yeah.
Freudian slips.
Sure, whatever. So, yeah, thank you so much for donating. You get this a week earlier than everybody else.
You're
so you
special.
can take,
Time to get extra cash.
You can take pride in being exclusive. Everyone else that's watching this, well, cat's out of the bag, because you know that this is only a time exclusive for a week.
Psych.
So you're actually seeing this from the past.
Sure.
Yes. We've far gone. There's so many things that have happened since then. You know what I'm talking about. Remember that last Tuesday? Anyways,
Christmas?
guys. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyways, that's what we're talking about today. I just had a stroke.
Oh, God.
So, okay, yes. Guys, we are, again, coming off the tail of our last episode, talking about how year's almost over. Christmas is around the corner.
Yeah.
It's time for people
One of us is dressed like Christmas elf.
Yeah, a little bit.
Link is his name, all right?
That's
Christmas
kind of,
elf.
I kind of wore it today because of that. I was like, this is about as Christmassy as I get.
Also, Link doesn't have a red fucking belt.
He did in the old games.
Yeah.
Yep.
He definitely has it in like the cartoon. Not to say that's very canon.
Okay.
I think he.
Oh, God.
Jesus, scared the fuck out of me. Woo, that scared the hell out of me.
We're gonna have to
Check
fix
it
that.
out. Pause.
fix that.
Unpause. You see how that worked?
Technical difficulties.
Fuck,
We're back.
dope. Nothing happened. What are you talking about?
No.
Don't rewind this video.
So, hey, everybody off real quick.
Anyways, we were talking about, so, he's dressed as a Christmas elf. We're like, why? Because Christmas is around the corner. Guys, this is the time of gift giving. This is the time of opening presents. This is the time of being thankful. And I want to know.
You anything.
That's kind of fucked up.
Is it?
Yeah, no. So I wanted to talk to you guys about what are your favorite, or maybe most cherished moments, a Christmas memory where you woke up, ran down the stairs, or out of your Philly trash can towards your gifts.
It's funny because it's true.
No, I'm fucking with them. I'm fucking with you. Or you it unwrapped something that blew your goddamn mind, and yes, it has to be related to video games.
Yeah. I know.
What was your? Come on, buddy. Cheer up, man. Don't be a Grinch. Don't be a Grinch.
Talking to me?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
Sorry.
apologize. That was a cheap blow. Yeah. So what was your favorite?
Zach, you can go first. I know how much you love Christmas.
Oh, yeah, you know me.
Yeah. Go ahead, talk about Christmas.
This is a great start of the show.
So,
Talk about fucking Christmas, man.
Fucking please enlighten us. Why don't
so
you?
angry with this trash can stuff.
Talk about it.
So yeah. So what was
alright,
you're basically your N64 kid. That famous YouTube video of that kid unwrapping a 64 and freaking out.
I had a couple Christmases kind of like that.
Well,
where,
you privileged son of a bitch. No, I'm
No,
kidding. No, I'm
I'm
kidding.
about as unprivileged as it got.
No, I'm joking. So what were some of those memories?
So one I remember just clear. Calm down, all right? The squeakiest top I've ever heard in my life. Calm down. So.
Sorry, what?
So, one thing that I remember just clear as day in my head is, there was one year for Christmas that, pretty much every year I would come downstairs. My parents are still asleep; they're just passed out. It's just I think every kid's kind of like that, where it's just drunk out of their mind. No, it's just like your parents aren't awake; they don't want to wake up, and you're just like, "Come on, I want to open things." So I would always you got to kind of look through the stocking stuff. You got to look through the stocking stuff because you can't get in trouble for that. It's just there.
Yeah.
So come downstairs and I'm like, I'm gonna look through the stocking. Parents aren't up. Look through that stocking. Donkey Kong Country 2, man. It's
Oof,
In the stocking. Oh,
and I was just like,
It's so weird. We never did stockings in my place.
yeah, man.
I
There's
didn't-
nowhere to hang them on the trash
hung,
can.
we hung them, but we didn't put
I
anything
feel
in
bad
them.
for the joke now.
You should.
Yeah. What did you say?
No, I said it
No.
already.
What did you say? You did what? Oh, you hung them.
We
you didn't
hung
do
them, but
anything?
we didn't put anything inside.
Yeah.
It was never a thing in my family. We never put anything inside them.
My mom did that shit in the latter years of when we were already grown, and she filled with socks. And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a thing either when I was younger. Too.
Yeah, it was always just decorations.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always got my mom would put toothbrushes in there and just
It's a
nonsense.
fucking good mom.
But yeah, Donkey Kong Country 2. She put that in a stocking for some reason.
I do like that.
And I was just like, oh my God, what? And I was
a good game.
So excited, man. It's like my favorite Super Nintendo games. The game is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
And
So
just funny because he's better at it than you are.
I'm much better.
Let's be fair. You guys played recently. I watched that shit.
That was
like,
the
you're
first
missing all the
game,
secrets.
Huh?
Huh?
The first game.
No, it was not. It was Donkey Kong Country 2.
My skills translate to the second as well.
Okay,
Don't worry.
Fantastic.
You don't play Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Country 2.
The SNES Classic doesn't have Donkey Kong Country 2. It only has the first one.
I got it.
That's the one we played.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like I
Wait,
said.
well, what's the Country 2 then? What's that on?
It's on Super Nintendo.
It's
The
not
first
on the
3
SNES
on
Classic.
Super Nintendo.
Oh,
That's what we were
I'm
playing
sorry.
on.
I'm all over the place. I'm sick. Anyways,
Yeah.
in the head, in the body, in the mind.
Yeah, no, it's I'm still better though. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm still much
Play me
better.
in Donkey Kong Country 2.
I will, and I
That's
will.
the next bonus round. No, I'm just kidding. So what is a memory of yours?
So one of my favorite. It's kind of weird because like it's hard to think about these things. It was really hard to remember like great Christmas presents like. Because I remember getting them, but I don't remember having like the N64 moment, like.
Right.
But
you weren't fulfilled through material things. You actually found fulfillment other places.
No, it's just I remember weird. I remember weird things. Like I remember playing games more than I remember getting them, if that makes sense.
Oh, sure.
Like I remember my earliest memories of Super Nintendo are like Link to the Past and Mega Man X, but I don't ever remember getting those games.
It's because you stole them.
Probably. But no, what I do remember clear as day is when I got Pokemon Yellow for the first time.
Oh, dope.
And
On Christmas?
Yeah, I got it on Christmas, and dude, I was like transported. I popped that bitch in my Game Boy.
Pop that
And, like,
bitch.
I did, and like that's all I did for like the next like 3 weeks of my life. Like it was all Pokemon Yellow, because like in the mid '90s, Pokemon pretty much took over the world. And
Oh my God, yeah.
I was not like immune to it at all. I was all about the Pokemon life, and I just remember playing so much Pokemon Yellow, and it got to a point where I remember I was with it was really funny. I was with my dad, and we were picking up my mom at her job. And, he's driving. I'm just next to him in the passenger seat. Literally, just all day, I did not put my Game Boy down. I went through batteries like twice already. And
Oh yeah, you always had to have like a whole pack
yeah.
with you with those games.
Yeah. And we went to pick up my mom, and like she came in the car, and like as we were driving away, he just yelled at me. He's like, "Would you put that stupid game away?" And my mom was like, "Why are you yelling at him?"
We did this to him.
He was like,
got
"'Cause
him.
he's been playing that all day," and I'm like, "It's so good though."
Yeah.
And like it was really
When
cool.
you give someone crack, you cannot yell at them
And
for taking
what
it.
made it awesome was like back then, like having all like the shit that you could add to your Game Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Like I had,
all the
yeah.
What color was your Game Boy?
It was the purple see-through.
Yeah. So what I had
That was the good one, man.
Right here.
purple see-through all.
Did you too?
Yeah.
That was the good one, yeah.
shit.
That was the best one.
Yeah, that was the best one. Fuck you people
I
with
think
your,
we're hurting
like,
the sound guy's ears over here.
Oh, sorry. Did
Sorry
I?
about that.
Okay, good. She's like, I just don't like your guys' excitement. Take that down a notch.
But yeah, no, we were. So I was playing that like all day, and I had the magnifying glass screen thing that made the screen larger. Oh shit, man!
Did you have the squiggly little reading light?
No, but my magnifying glass had lights on it.
Oh, dude.
Like all I do is like switch it, and it's lights.
I still
Awesome.
got there. I have a clear purple one with all the accessories on it on one of these shelves right here.
Oh man, that's
a good
gonna,
one.
like,
I
bring
think
me
it's on the
back,
shelf.
dude. My first game on the because I got that, and my first game on the Game Boy Color was Super Mario Brothers Deluxe, and that was the first game that like I beat the utter shit out of. I think.
Yeah, dude.
That was so fun.
Dude, Super Mario Land 2 on the Game Boy. When you go to space, you go to space in that game. Fuck Mario Galaxy. That's the first Mario game where you go to space. You're on the goddamn moon, and you have a helmet because you can't breathe in space.
Had the helmet. That was the first. That's actually
was
what they went
debunked
back to. They didn't return to form for 64 on Odyssey. They returned to Mario Land 2.
You know what I'm saying?
I
I know.
I agree.
That game is so good. I love that
for
game.
For me, I think my my most fond memory, which is weird too, because like I'm kind of the same way. Like I remember like playing games. I remember being in the car and like reading the back of like the games, getting really excited, and, like reading through the menu
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff.
of course.
But the one that I remember the most, and it's kind of like a benign game, but I remember being so damn excited for unwrapping, and this is like when I was like about, I think 9, 10, was the oh come on, Mario and Luigi Partners in Time for the DS. I don't know why, but I was like, this game.
You were 9
This
when that
game.
came out.
I like 10, maybe, I don't know.
Youngins.
You are almost dead.
The
so
sage.
you are the closest to death. No, but yeah, I don't know why, but like that was just such like a fucking yes, and like that game was so good. That game is so good. The boss is hard as shit. That game is so good. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like other like memories. I do know I could tell you like one of my fondest memories. When I was 5 and we had Christmas, dude, I got a fucking binder for my Pokemon cards that was like the Pokemon like edition. It was like all colored with the Pokemon shit. And there's a Snorlax on top, and then I got like a starter pack. And I was like,
I
was like,
remember
exactly
getting
how I acted.
Pokemon cards, and I never knew how to play the game. I don't think anybody knew how to play the game.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knew how to play that fucking game. Like me and my cousins would just be like, "All right, I got a Charizard."
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, that's basically how we did it. Like,
dude, my dad was so like so strict about the Pokemon cards because because I was like the youngest like in my apartment complex, and there's like and so once I like started being like, check out this shit, people were like, oh, I like that card, you know. Well, no, they would try to trade me because I was like I would have fought tooth and nail for my fucking cards, but like they were like, I will give you. It was like I think they were trying to trade me like a hologram Moltres for that really rare Charizard card, the one that's like worth
the
a lot.
first one.
Yeah. Which I fucking
still
have.
have
Oh, I have it.
You still have it?
I got
Nice.
it, man.
It's in his pocket right now.
Huh?
I never leave home without it.
He could just like at any moment beat you in a Pokemon game.
Right.
I win.
Forget if there's a bike nearby. Putting that in the spokes. No, but no,
Go to
so
an
like,
ATM machine, just swipe it.
yeah, exactly. Like, wow, that worked. Like, that's amazing. Sure, take
You're
these
free to
eggs.
Charizard beats everything.
But no, like, and I remember like distinctly being like on the porch of my apartment, and we're like sitting there trading, and my dad, because we were like with flashlights, it was like night, and we were like running around on a summer day. I'm from Tennessee. That's what we did.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
Run around with flashlights.
Yeah, barefoot, and being like,
Down by the creek.
Yeah. No, this guy was like, I'll trade you this, and my dad, I remember him like opening the door and be like, don't do it. And then like, what? Yeah, he didn't know what the context was. He was just like, no, don't do it. And I was like, I'm not doing it. Thank God.
So weird.
That
Don't
Moltres
do
card
it.
was dope, but not as dope as that hologram traffic or Charizard card. Hologram traffic card?
Oh,
Yeah, I
Hologram
choose you, traffic. I fucking use.
It's like, wow, your
Yeah.
Slowpoke just got hit by 30 cars.
Use jam or whatever.
wow,
Yeah,
that's a
so
stupid
I like.
joke.
I'm trying to think of like other things, other times like in Christmas where like I got like a dope game.
I
It's
mean,
not- it's hidden.
I have one funny story, and it's not even necessarily about me, but my what? Shut up!
So
Don't give me
check it
that
out.
It's not
There was a
about me.
guy. He gets wrongly accused and taken to jail. He meets Morgan Freeman, right? Like, are you just telling us the Shawshank Redemption? Like,
Oh yeah.
that's the best Christmas story ever.
not mine though. Not mine.
But there's this great home video that we have from my childhood of like us sitting around at Christmas opening presents, and my 4 or 5 year old sister at the time, not anymore. She's older.
I would imagine that's how time works.
So I have younger sisters, older brothers, and one of my older brothers at the time, he had a Game Boy with like this super big like Game Boy shaped case. Like it looked like another Game Boy, but way bigger.
Like how bigger?
Like
Game Boyception.
Gotcha.
Jesus.
So
it's huge.
Well, it's for the the
case.
system, and you can put all your games in
But
it.
it was that big?
Yeah, it's like a
Oh, I got you. I got like a Hot Wheels like thing.
yeah, something sort of like
Copy.
that. Yeah.
Copy.
So for our podcast listeners, probably 2 feet maybe.
Okay, yeah. The size of someone's torso.
Yeah,
What's
sure.
that in smidgens?
Unless you're,
Yeah, like,
Fat.
tell me that in smidges though.
it's like 14 smidgens.
Ah,
Yeah.
got it.
But anyway, so he had this like super dope Game Boy case. I was always jealous of it as a kid, but it's my brother's.
So you stabbed him.
And so there's this Christmas
that
video
case.
of people like going around like opening presents and stuff. And you see my little like 4 or 5 year old sister. She walks into the living room from our hallway, and she's like, nobody's paying attention to her, and she just like grabs his case and just like kind of like sneaks away. It's just like the best thing ever of her just like.
And she was never
stealing-
seen again.
Yeah, for this, I mean, we're still looking for my sister. to
Yeah,
this
she
day.
might still be 5 or
Yeah.
6. You have no idea.
She took that and jumped into a time warp, and we're not seeing her.
She is also a Time Lord. I don't know if you knew that. Yeah.
But it's just the funniest video of just like my sister just stealing my brother's Game Boy case, and all
Just a
that.
tiny middle finger as she leaves frame.
She's like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
Jesus,
Yeah.
sister!"
Damn, that was like insidious.
Yeah, and that was also the last time I ever saw her, so it's kind of messed up. You know?
Pretty creepy, actually.
Yeah.
Pretty
We
creepy.
should probably open that cold case. Figure out what happened that day.
I'm still trying to figure it out.
Still trying to figure it out.
That's why I started this show, so we could talk about it.
That's a really elaborate plan, but I'm glad that we got here. It only took about 30 episodes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess like, okay, so what are some, did you ever buy like video games? Oh, fuck.
As a
Did
child,
you ever receive terrible video games? Something that you like maybe asked for and like, your parents or, I don't know, like your girlfriend or your friend or whatever, like they misheard you and they're like, they got you something that you weren't looking for and you had to be like, thank you, this is so great.
Yeah, when it comes to video games, not really. It's just like, my, we didn't have too much money growing up, so it's like, if I wanted a video game, I would tell them exactly what I wanted, and that's probably what I would end up with. Because it's just, I'm getting like
they weren't going to
or,
like, we have $40. That's all you get.
Yeah, so I would get like 2 video games a year probably. And
Yeah.
like one's at Christmas, one's like on my birthday, and that's just about it.
Yeah, my parents never surprised me with a video game that I didn't ask for. Because
Right.
they had no idea what games to buy. There's like, there's like Mario.
I will say this. There was one time it was for, my dad is a huge practical jokester. My mom too. I have 2 stories actually. Because so my stepbrother and I, huge Halo fans. Shut up. And so like when Halo 2 came out, like it's right around the holiday season. And we had this big fuck off box underneath the tree. And we were like, what the fuck is in this box? Right? We were like, but my mom was like, we gotta save that for last. Save that for last. Save it for last. We like open other things, cool, great, awesome. And then we finally get to that box and we're like, what's going on here?
What's in the box?
Yeah, what's in the box? It was just your sister's head.
With the Game Boy case.
Like, who is this?
Thank
Cool
goodness.
case. Yeah. No, and so we opened the box, smaller box. We're like, okay, open the box, smaller box. All right. This box was the size of our house. And I'm just kidding. There's like so many boxes. We get down to the very bottom of it.
47 boxes later.
No, it was a hassle. By the time we're like, Jesus. And then finally we got to like the core of it. And it was like, oh, it's Halo 2. We're like, what the fuck? Yeah. Exactly, yeah. They rigged the last box to play the symphony. It was amazing. Oh, I know, right? Except it was
Master
like
Chief came out
for 50 minutes. Right. And then my dad, on the dad's side, he this was like right after the Wii came out, and like Super Mario Galaxy was like, I was pining for that. And so what he decided to do was he took half of my wardrobe, like shit from my like drawers, underwear and stuff, wrapped it up. And that was like the majority of the presents. But like he
But I had this shirt already.
yeah, I know. But like he really knows how to run a joke into the ground, right? So I open the first present, I'm like, you got me. Open the second present, got me again.
10
And it
later.
happened like 4 times. I was like,
47 boxes later.
yeah, I think he was trying to like teach me a lesson. He was like, don't expect, like just be thankful for what you have. No, I'm just kidding. But like, and I was like a fun joke, and then finally like I opened up another box, and it was just like the bathroom rug, and I was like, I looked at him, I was like, oh, dude, are you fucking kidding me? He was like, open the rug, and I was like, and it was fucking Mario Galaxy, but it took like 7 presents of my own shit.
It's not even worth it
I know.
anymore.
He's like, I don't want it. No, and
He
I was
hasn't
like,
talked to his dad since.
yeah. I'm just kidding, Dad. Here. No, but I was like, this is dope. So like, I don't know. Those are memorable only because they were fucking annoying.
I will say what's like super memorable is I remember when I got Majora's Mask for the first time. That was a Christmas gift. And what's funny was before Majora's Mask, the last Zelda game I had played was A Link to the Past. I had completely missed out on Ocarina of Time.
Opposite. I didn't even know Majora's Mask existed. So I went to
Really?
a friend's house. I was like, what the fuck
Yeah,
is this?
it's because like back then, like my parents didn't want to get me like Nintendo magazine or any of that stuff, and
Because your father was already mad at you for Pokemon
well,
Yellow.
no, I mean it's like there was also like there was no internet back then,
Sure.
so what I knew was basically what I saw at like Hollywood Video or Blockbuster. Like, oh, I want that game, and so they might buy me that game, but that's it. Or like what I saw at Toys R Us, or like in a Toys R Us magazine, like savings this holiday. And so I remember getting Majora's Mask for the first time only because like I'd been playing A Link to the Past so many times, and I finally got a 64, and when I got one, it was like a year before Majora's Mask came out. So when I saw it on the catalog, I was like, ooh, Zelda, I want that, because I have a Zelda game. And God, I remember playing that for the first time. and how much it fucked with my mind. That game is not for children. Like, it's so weird and creepy. And
that game scared the shit out of me.
It messed him up so much he kidnapped my sister.
That game legitimately did scare me.
That's how it's all linked. We all know each other.
It's linked. But that game legitimately did creep me out. Like on Christmas Day,
that scared the shit out of me.
The mask salesman, like I was just like, oh god.
Damn, it really must have fucked you up because that was a perfect impression.
He scared me when I was a kid, man. I'm not joking. That guy creeped me out. But yeah, playing that
sorry
game.
about coughing.
That's fine.
Listeners, I apologize.
But like that game, I played it, and then like a week into it, I was just like, I don't even know how to get some of these masks. Like I have no idea where to start. Like all these because I went through it and I like beat the main story because you don't need all the masks to do it.
No, yeah.
But like I beat the game and like my mask, the pause menu and the mask screen was like empty. I had like nothing. I had like 2 masks. And I was like,
Loser.
well, that game's hard, man.
Hard.
That game is really
a lot of hoops to jump
because
through,
like you gotta go back in time for shit as well and like go forward. Like it's a
tough game.
It is, especially for like a 10-year-old.
Yeah,
So like I had
and especially too when you're having to deal with the fact that every time you use a mask, there's like a horror cutscene.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
it's scary.
screams.
Yeah, you're like Jesus.
It's a really creepy game, and like I remember like a week into it, I was like, I need to get a strategy guide. I have no idea what I'm doing or how to get any masks. And, like,
oh man,
I remember the
strategy guides.
Yeah, dude, I remember the dude with the guy with the purple hair. Do you know? So remember the guy I'm talking about? The guy with the purple hair? Him and his wife?
Yeah, the
Harrison
kid,
Ford.
right?
Harrison Ford.
Yep.
He's got the purple hair and Majora's Mask.
Getting back my son.
There's
That's
a-
Mel Gibson.
It's Mel Gibson,
I
dude.
know.
Come on. There's a point in the game where like he always like next to the lake, he leaves the door, but like if he hears you, he like runs back inside.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, who is he?
Yeah.
Why,
And
he has
then he calls me. He's like, I have this
mask on.
particular set of skills,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna find
well, that's
you.
Liam Neeson, but
we're
jumping off the
this is the
rails.
same person.
But like
Harrison Ford?
but like shit like that in the
Girls.
game, because that game was like they didn't tell you anything. It was like, oh, this person would leave and come back inside. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck trying to figure out what that means. And like I had 10-year-old me,
Here,
I'm like,
give this hand in the toilet a letter.
yeah, like all
Like,
that
what the
shit.
fuck?
I actually
Yeah.
did figure that out as a 10-year-old kid. I'm like, I
you
wipe
like them
my
poop
ass with
jokes.
paper. So, but yeah, that game fucked with my mind. It's Christmas Day.
Wait,
it really
was that?
scared
No,
me.
that was
Also,
Skyward
Banjo-Kazooie.
Sword.
No, Majora's Mask.
It was also Majora's
The
Mask.
hand was in the shitter, and you gave him a letter, and he was like,
Hands in
"Thank
the
you."
shitter,
totally
you
in
gave him a
Skyward
letter.
Sword,
Is it?
Yeah, I
Yeah, they
remember
did
that.
have, they had it there too.
Well,
That's
they
a
did in
callback.
Majora's Mask.
Why is that in all these Zelda games? What's
I don't know.
Poop jokes, man. They're funny.
You also,
Weird.
as a pumpkin, you go into a toilet in Banjo-Kazooie.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Old
Merry
Nintendo.
Christmas, everybody.
You can also become a dishwasher and shoot underwear.
You mean a
And
laundry
Banjo-Tooie.
machine?
A washer?
You said a dishwasher.
Oh, sorry.
Why would you be shooting underwear? How do you use a dishwasher?
It's not for underwear?
All right.
That's what all the stacks are for.
Right. Yeah.
You don't use like underwear
sorry,
as like
I'm
a
the
pouch
idiot.
to like eat soup out
What do
of
you
or something?
use?
Oh, got it. I don't know what I was doing.
The French call it a ladle.
They fit really nice. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us for that.
Yeah, let's just we're ending it right there. Poop jokes
No,
and
I mean we are out of time, but like, yeah, I think please, why don't you go ahead and tell us what your favorite memories were in Christmas, and maybe brag if you want. Tell them they were better than ours.
And maybe Brad.
Yeah, if you want, it's cool.
It's your life.
Get on the internet, talk trash to people. Just tell them
About
your
Christmas.
story's better than theirs.
But we're gonna go ahead and say on our side, but
Fuck you,
Merry
Tiny
Christmas,
Tim.
Jesus.
Happy holidays, all that
No,
fun stuff.
but Merry Christmas, guys. Appreciate you guys sticking with us for what are we at now? We're at like
Happy
4
Hanukkah,
months, 6
Happy
months?
Kwanzaa.
We're pretty far
We're
ahead.
like 5 months. Thank you guys for sticking with us.
Shalom.
Appreciate it, patrons. We love you, and we will go ahead and see you guys every week, like we
See you in
promised.
2018 for bonus round.
See you next year.
Oh yeah, is that wait? Is that our last bonus round?
Yeah, yeah,
We'll see you
Right?
in 2018.
I think so.
yeah.
See you next year. Have a happy holiday.
Get to respawn.
Happy New Year's.
Later.
We'd like to give a big ol' special thank you to Jaden Lawrence, Arturo Madeira, and Murcha Dan Krolpatariu. If you want to receive shoutouts like these awesome, beautiful people, be sure to check out our Patreon at patreon.com/multiplayered. See you next time, players.